Well, happy Friday to you all. And if you're not watching this on Friday, whatever other day of the week it is. So this is Matt Gillogly. I'm with SRP Medical Marketing and the Warner James Group, and I want to talk to you today about a very simple question. And that question is are you building a medical practice or are you building a company? Now, this is a question that I posed to one of my doctor clients at our coaching call yesterday. And it's an important distinction, and I'll explain to you why in just a minute. Now, before I go into that, I want you to be very clear. I don't have a preference for either one. It doesn't matter to me if you open a medical practice or you open a company. There are advantages and disadvantages to both, and I've done both. When we first started our ED clinics, it was just a clinic. It was just one. But about 4 to 6 months in, my mentor, Rob Berkeley, who has since passed away, but my mentor, Rob Berkeley, whom I used to speak with almost weekly, started asking me the question. He said, Matt, do you want to build a practice or do you want to build a company? And at first I was like, what's the difference? Well, there's a big difference. The big difference is this, is that a practice is dependent upon you. It's dependent upon you, your personality. It's dependent upon your ability to understand procedures, connect with the patient. It's center focused. It's you focused. A company is them focused. Okay. A company is focused on taking great care of your staff so that they take great care of your patients. A practice means that if you take a 2-week vacation or you take a 1-week vacation in the summer, very little revenue is generated. A company doesn't matter if you're there. In fact, quite frankly, even again, I'm not a doctor, but our clinics, we used to joke they would make more money when I wasn't there. Remember, I went on vacation one time when we had our first $100,000 week at one of our clinics. We used to joke, I'm not coming back until you guys go down to a low number. And what that meant was it was the greatest fulfillment of our desire to build a company versus just having a practice. When you have a company, you have a standard way of doing it. When you have a practice, they have your way of doing it. When you have a company, you are culture and values driven. When you are a practice, you are personality driven. It's driven by you. It's driven by your office manager. It's driven by your one key employee that if I ever lose Judy, I'm really up Blanks Creek. Let me just tell you, if you are dependent upon one person, and if that person leaves, you don't have a business, you don't have a practice, you are beholden to them, okay? So why do I tell you all of this? Well, it was a very important series of questions that I asked that doctor yesterday on our coaching call, and also a doctor prior, because 5 months ago, I began working with one of my other doctors, Dr. Mickey, and I asked her that same question. And that question transformed this thing of going, well, I'm going to focus on all these different things that we can do. And she focused in on the one thing that is going to help her practice transform to more and more of a company that is not dependent upon her. So that's my question to you today. Do you want to build a practice or do you want to build a company? Both are fine, okay? This is your life. This is your choice. I will tell you, building a company takes a little bit more work, but the benefits, the fruit of that labor means you can take 1-week, 2-week vacations with not having to check in. You can have additional time off. You can go see your kid's soccer game without worrying about whether or not it's going to be impacting your bottom line in a negative way. So that's the question for you today. So which one are you? Do me a favor, post comments down below. You can post that you want to run a company or you want to run a practice. You can private message me. I know a lot of you do that. And I'll be more than happy to carry on this conversation with you privately. I do have a group over on LinkedIn that we discuss these kind of things. Link will be in the comments. So check it out. And this is what we do. This is about you. This is about you having freedom. This is about you having a business that runs without you having to be there, without you having to be the center of it all. If that's what you want, hey, you're in the right place. All right. Have a great weekend, everybody. We'll talk to you soon. Thank you.